JJK season 3, episode 3. I guess kind of spoilers if you're not up to date with JJK, but I'll keep this conversation more or less like something that is a general like stance. So like this episode of Jujutsu Kaisen gave a lot of recap of what has happened in the last 2 seasons and prior. Right, there was a lot of like what happened in JJK 0 and season 1 and 2, but really wanted to hammer home exactly what the bad guys' plans were and how the good guys are able to overcome those plans. Now, how they went about this was basically they gave a very pretty PowerPoint presentation. The entire episode basically was just Tengen, which is this godly being who has just holds the barriers, holds Jujutsu Kaisen society together. And Tengen was explaining every single reason why that A, he could be taken, or whatever, it can be taken over, and B, how this came about. And there's a lot of people online that watched this episode and very much did not understand what the Culling Games, which is what this season's going to be about, what the Culling Games is about. And, for me, I've watched so much Jujutsu Kaisen stuff. I have read the manga.
For Jujutsu
I really, really love Jujutsu Kaisen. But even I get confused about the Culling Games, like rule book and rules. And you watched it for the first time, you were like, "This is like you did not get it." You said you did.
Okay,
you did
I will argue my case.
Well, no,
once
but
you're done.
yeah. I'm not. Yeah, this isn't an insult towards you. This is just like you are probably the regular viewing audience that watched it.
Yeah.
So
pretty normal.
It's like so people that may
Pretty
watch
regular.
anime on like a day-to-day basis. Like they go online, they'll be like, "Fuck this episode. This episode makes no fucking sense." But it's like, I don't think you can. I don't know. I don't want to sound like so gatekeepy about Jujutsu Kaisen.
You can only watch Jujutsu Kaisen if you get Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, but I
you
almost
have to be a sponge for Jujutsu.
I almost feel like, but if you're not gonna put in effort to like pause the screen, or you're not going to put in effort to like look up what's happening,
you
like,
need to participate in the Culling game
like,
itself.
Like you're not going to get it though, and that's like
you need to be an awakened sorcerer to participate.
You're making fun of it, but I absolutely feel like you do need to be in it to really understand.
You absolutely need to join the Culling game in 9 days.
Okay, so then you make your argument about why people should be illiterate, not read.
I'm just
you make your argument then for like, go ahead.
I'm just teasing.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me why. You're the odd. You are everybody I see on TikTok being like, I don't want to have to read things to understand stuff. I actually,
our country has the worst
all I want them
literacy
to
rate.
do is punch each other, and I want them to. I don't know.
Okay, first of all, don't ever make that noise again.
That's how I read online comments about this episode.
Second
like,
of all,
I know you're not like that. I know you were just fucking with me, but I'm just saying that I've actually gotten pretty pissed. You know who pissed me off? Alex pissed me off.
Really
Alex pissed me off. Our friend Alex, my friend Alex, since I was in fourth grade. My friend, since we were in fourth grade playing with Pokemon in the backyard. You know what he texted me? He sent me, what the fuck was that episode?
I know.
He sent me a what the fuck was that episode? And I sent him I was like, what are you confused about? And he wrote out everything that was explained in the episode, what he was confused about. And I said, motherfucker, go and read the episode. And he said, I am not doing that. And I swear to God, I just sometimes I'm just like, dude, he's like my bouncing board of things that I want to know what the public are. Like I'll be like, hey, what'd you feel about Sentence to Be a Hero? I'm not watching it. All right, fair.
And he's blunt, just like that. He's so funny.
He's fair. He loves. So funny. He's like a couple of real things that Alex loves. He loves real art made by real people. He loves Dragon Ball.
See, he
And
loves Dragon Ball. That's how you know they don't read. They don't
He loves
read.
Demon Slayer. He loves Tengen's wives.
Anyway.
So why am I bringing up all this shit? Just saying this all as a preamble to you watched a video about it, and I watched 6 videos about the calling games.
And
So
once I get to my explanation.
So yeah, you can go now. How did you feel about this episode?
So what I will say is that I did understand, and the only thing I was confused about was terminology regarding they use like the word colonies, and I wasn't sure if that was in relation to factions, like different factions of jujutsu sorcerers, like the awakened versus like just the traditional ancient sorcerers. I thought it was something like that. After watching the video that Mikos recommended me to watch, I realized that no, it's just basically like quote unquote arenas where certain like battles within the calling games are taking place. Which like I was like, okay, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense because I'm like, if they were talking about different factions that were different from the ancient versus the awakened sorcerer, why haven't they talked about that prior to this? So that made a lot more sense to me.
Yeah.
Everything else I understood. Because I'm a pretty fast reader. I pride myself in my literacy, as I think a lot of more people should pride themselves in their literacy. But I digress.
In their literacy.
in their
literacy.
So I was able to read, give or take, for the most part. But what was a little bit overwhelming for me, I would say, and I speak primarily from my life experience, and no one else's, like what I think like the common viewer or whatever the fuck is going to be watching this. I tend to get very overwhelmed because I have a little bit of sensory issues. So if there's like a lot of words on the screen and like the imagery is moving a lot, I get overwhelmed because I want to be able to take in as much as possible. And while we are watching it in a different language, you're really heavily depending on reading.
Yeah, there's a lot of looking up, down, around.
Yeah, and like that
hard.
Gets a little bit sensory overload for me.
I will yes, with what you're saying, exactly. Like, I think that this episode, I think it might have been the best like lore dumping episode.
Yes, but like explanation, it made sense to me.
Yeah, I think it might be the best lore dumping episode, and that still looked good.
Yeah, it did still look very good
in any sort of media that I've ever watched. Like, if you honestly wanted to get into Jujutsu Kaisen right now, I would not suggest watching an episode, but I would say if you wanted to get like a speed run of what's happening and everything that's being laid out for you, and they say it out loud to you, I mean, like, hey, be my guest. So this was sort of my fear, though, about this season. This season does have a lot.
No, that was going to be very like
it's
text
very
heavy.
text heavy. Yeah, because there's a lot of explanation that needs. And I swear to God, if you read, like, it's almost as bad as Hunter x Hunter, but like there are full, like, it turns into a book basically when you're reading the manga. I'll have to get the manga pages up for you, but it's basically 2 pages of just explanations. And like,
which I think like it does need it though, because the calling game, it's complicated, but it's not. Like, I don't know how else
it gets more complicated. So don't
yeah,
say
and
it's
that's
not.
I mean, as of our knowledge right now, to me, it wasn't too complicated. I was able to understand it, like with the way that they explained it, and the anime does a very good job of like doing visuals as well. Like, they had some line charts and stuff like that.
It was a PowerPoint.
Yeah, that Tengen draws out for the players.
So like, my overarching thing about this is I don't think that this was the worst episode by like far of this show. I don't think it's this bottom dwelling sort of like you have to be so smart to understand it.
No, I
You
don't
don't
think you
have to
need to
like
be.
you don't need to necessarily read or watch a video external. It will help you, but you
Oh,
don't
I
need
agree
to.
100%. It'll help.
Like you don't need to, but I do think that like the people that are online saying that this is like, oh, they're cheaping out on us. Like, dude, the next 6 episodes are gonna be fucking crazy. The next episode has a bunch of directors that worked on Chainsaw Man, that worked on the best fights from My Hero, and worked on like One Piece Red, which was a sick movie that I watched. They had no idea what was happening in it, but it just was a sick movie.
Just-
It was fucking cool. But they have the top animators and top directors working on these next couple episodes. We're gonna come back next week, and I bet you'll cry.
Oh, for sure I will. I'm a baby.
I bet you'll
Of
cry.
course I
What's
will
gonna happen
cry.
next? Yeah, the next episode, if I think where they're going with it, because they showed Panda at the end of this episode, right?
Yeah, they kind of did just a still of him.
Yeah, okay.
He was mentioned.
Oh, I love you, Panda.
I know nothing.
I love you, Panda. So yeah, that's out. I would say that's kind of the best explanation I can give for this episode. Do you have anything else to add for this?
I think my overall like feeling about it is it's not as bad. I've seen some of the discourse online as well. It's not as bad, I think, as people are making it out to be. You just do some reading exercises. Like get your word per minute. get your Madara Sharingan
or
eyes
just
up.
pause the screen.
Or pause.
You
I mean,
have-
but like that, like I think just because of my my sensory stuff, and this is what I told him as well, is that I think it'll get better for me to rewatch it in English, just because we also in English we also watch with subtitles. So, since I'm not a native Japanese speaker, I think it'll be easier for me to absorb it in the way it was supposed to be absorbed. But all in all, it wasn't as a normie enjoying Jujutsu Kaisen. It wasn't terrible. I just personally have sensory issues like that.
So that's Jujutsu Kaisen episode 3 of season 3. Let us know what you thought about the episode down below.